Hi, I'm Karen Davies, and I'm a curious explorer, a yoga teacher, and I'm passionate about living a healthy lifestyle. And at 58, for the very first time in my life, I broke my ankle. And after 3 months of rehabilitation, I realised that my healing wasn't just about my ankle, it was actually about my body. And of course, during my recovery, there was very little movement. I became very sedentary, I put on a lot of weight, and the muscles in my right leg started to lose their strength. And that's when I discovered the Fascia and Lymphatic drainage program. And it got me just a little bit excited because I know that through yoga and through breathing, the body can really respond to those gentle movements. And now I had a little bit more science behind all of that allowed me to rebuild my body, rebuild my strength, and actually my confidence. So this has really inspired me to share what I've learned and what I'm currently practicing with you, in the hope that maybe you too can find the extra bit of help you need to support your immune system, your body's strength, and your fitness. Over the course of the 4 videos, I'm going to be taking you through different styles of movement, starting in this one with some breathing, and then we progress into doing some warm-up exercises that work specifically with our lymphatic nodes. Then my beloved yoga, where we start to just do some more stretching and poses that are going to work to help support the fascia and that lymphatic drainage. And then finally, there's going to be one more video that ramps things up just a little bit. There's a cardio section that you can do as little or as much as you wish to just take your body to that next level. The beauty of this is that you can pick and choose what you do, when you do it, and for how long. If you don't have much time or much space, or the weather's rubbish, then you can just select the bits that work for you in this moment in time. And so welcome to episode 1, where we start our freedom to move with the most simple yet beautiful movement of them all, the breath. Something we do innately. We don't have to think about it, but when we do, everything can change. So in this short section, I'm going to introduce you to the diaphragmatic breathing. Now that's not an easy word to say. We're going to take some time to relax, but focus very specifically on the breath from the deepest part of our lungs and take it up through the body so that it really works and, more importantly, stimulates our lymphatic system. When we breathe, we bring more oxygen into the body and we expel toxins. So not only is the breath an important function, when we focus on it clearly, it makes a big difference. So if you're ready, find somewhere comfortable to lie, preferably not sit because it restricts the movement of your diaphragm. Lie on the bed or on a mat, on the grass, wherever you can, and get ready for this very short but powerful lymphatic release. So settle your body in a seated position, and then when you're ready, just lie down on the mat and get your body comfortable. Notice how it touches the mat at every point, from your head, your shoulders, your lower back to your feet. If it helps, bend your knees to take the pressure off your lower back, or you can have your legs flat out. Take your awareness to your breath that just moves without you having to do anything at all. Notice the breath in and out. Take your awareness to where the breath comes in through your nose, how that feels, and as you exhale through your mouth. We're now going to start deepening that breath some diaphragmatic breathing. So with your hands on your belly, I want you to breathe in through your nose, so much so that your tummy expands, reaching the breath right into the lower lungs, and then release that breath through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose as deeply as you can, right up to the top of the chest, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Do this 2 more times, breathing in and breathe out. Last time. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. After each breathing exercise, we're just going to relax and allow the breath to normalize. So put your feet, soles of your feet together, allow your knees to flop to the side like a butterfly, and just relax. Feel the breath return to normal. This next round of breathing is called the breath and hold. Going to breathe in for 5, hold that breath for 5, and then release for 5. Breathe in, hold that breath, and release. Breathe in through the nose for 5. Hold that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release for 5. Repeat this pattern 4 more times. Go at your own pace. Breathing in for 5, hold for 5, and release through your mouth for 5. Two more. Breathe in, hold, and exhale through your mouth, emptying those lungs. One more time. Breathe in, hold that breath, and exhale out through your mouth. And relax. Put the soles of your feet together. Allow those knees to drop to the side like a butterfly, and allow your breath to return to normal. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Don't force anything, just allow it to find its own rhythm. This third round of breathing I call the sniff breath. Lying again with your knees either bent or flat out in front of you, I want you to breathe in 5 times, really short, really quick. And then breathe out audibly through your mouth. Breathe in 5 short breaths. And release that breath through your mouth. Breathe in 5 short breaths. And breathe out. Breathe in. And last time, breathe in. And out. And relax. Put the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall to the side. And just allow your breath to come back to its normal pattern. Don't force anything, no straining. Just allow the breath to rise and fall. Just take some time to notice how those breathing exercises has left you feeling. Tune into your body and notice the effects. Bring your knees back together, your feet flat on the floor. And gently, in your own time, roll your knees to one side and bring yourself back up to a seated position. And relax. Take on board some water. And know that you've done an amazing piece of work today. And one final thought before we leave this first and quite important episode is about the role of our nutrition. We can't really talk about our bodies without talking about how we feed it, both emotionally, mentally, and nutritionally. But I really want to focus on the nutrition element for now. When we're feeding our body with the right things, then we enable it to do what it was meant to do. So as part of our fascia and lymphatic reset, we also need to give some thought to what we drink, making sure that we have the right hydration. And I don't mean coffee and tea. I mean the good old pure stuff, the water. A warm water and lemon before you get up for your first morning coffee, to reset our bodies, to release our liver, to enliven our liver. And then making sure that during the course of the day we drink 2 to 3 pints of water, natural water, nothing in it. When we're doing that, we hydrate every single cell, and every cell of our body needs to be fluid, needs to be healthy for our body to be the same. And when we add to that, feeding our body with the good nutrients, then we're well on the way. Our fruits, our vegetables, our good proteins, and some good carbohydrates, not the processed ones, not the sugars, not the bread, not the pasta, but the carbohydrates that fuel our body. And when we combine with things like vitamin C to enable our body to absorb the nutrients that we're consuming, and we take things like ginger in ginger tea, we find ourselves supporting our bodies from the outside in, so that our bodies can support us from the inside out. This has been Karen Davies sharing with you Freedom to Move, Episode 1. Come back for Episode 2, where we start to wake up the body with some small, gentle stretches that work specifically with the fascia and lymphatic system. I'll see you on the other side.